Hi, I'm Marcelinho Carioca, Corinthians midfielder. I hope you can all follow the FIFA Club World Championship and that you can enjoy and appreciate every player and every team. I hope, I'm sure, all the teams will provide a show worth watching.
What do you think of when you think of Brazil? It's probably the distinctive features of Rio, Brazil's main city and top tourist venue, and the beautiful distractions that come with it. But ultimately Brazil can only mean one thing: football. The kids play it on the street with football. They start them out early in Brazil. FIFA should start a new age in the world game.
Also, the European clubs and South American clubs maybe cannot deny in CONCACAF, which is North America and the Caribbean, and also in Oceania, the club football has developed, and therefore it is just to open this.
To make this world first happen, the Morumbi Stadium in Sao Paulo and the world-famous Maracanã in Rio, which once held 200,000 supporters in the 1950 World Cup final, have both had to undergo extensive renovation to bring them up to standard for the safety and comfort of supporters in the new century.
Formidable prospect, but they'd have to dig deep to continue their form from last year's domestic championship victory.
Everyone knows that we've played 85 matches during the last year, and this is a lot. The players are quite exhausted, which is normal, but there is also an amount of stress. We're very motivated to win the FIFA Club World Championship. However, we're sure though that we're going to do well. We're entering this competition mental tiredness, and we're working on a psychological level in order to allow us to be able to perform favourably on the field.
Corinthians won the Toyota Cup in 1998, but with their current domestic form being well below standard, they were, as always, subject to intense scrutiny, especially from the Spanish media. But the players were proud to be there, and that could put them in with a chance.
To participate in this tournament is great for the club. Fortunately, we are here, and we are part of this new tournament. It's something so new and so important in the history of football. As for the first time in the world, it is a tournament organised for clubs. It's important also that it's here in Brazil, a land of football. It gives us great pleasure.
Up against the big teams, Al Nassr, winners of the 1998 Asian Super Cup. They needed no introduction to the world-famous Real Madrid, but the games against relatively unknown opposition were giving them food for thought.
The games, in respect of the ones against Raja and Corinthians, are going to be tough, but not in a physical way, especially the game against Corinthians, who are one of the favourites for the tournament, and are a good club, which has its fame in Brazil due to its style. The club is a great team in the African continent and has achieved good results. These games will be very competitive, and I'm expecting them to be tough in that sense.
The last team to make up the group were Raja Casablanca from Morocco, who qualified in December after winning the African Champions League. Straight away to the left of Casillas, and it's 1-1. The first to show here is Al Nassr, and a promising looking move, and the shot coming in has gone through. Oh, it's a terrible mistake by Shadili, and a goal scored by Al-Amin after 3 minutes. What a start for Al Nassr. No real potency in the shot, and that's a horrid mistake. Well, no lack of excitement down on the pitch, and here's an opportunity, and there it's tucked away beautifully by Ahmed Baha. He's a tall, rangy fellow, there's no question about the offside trap. He broke it, and he clipped it in past the keeper delightfully. Well, there's some big strong man, and he's broken the offside trap again, has Baha. He could be on for his second goal here, squares the ball, and it was so simple for Fahad Al-Husseini, who's on the score sheet for the second time, but this time he's put the ball in the right net. And the Casablanca goalkeeper Shadili had no chance whatsoever. Once Ahmed Bashar was away, squares it there, and it's a tap-in. Just 4 minutes to play, a corner for Al Nassr, and Musa Saeed, the former Tottenham Hotspur player, rising for the header. It crashes down and off the underside of the bar. He may well have won the game for Al Nassr. Saeed with the header.
Sao Paulo is not as pretty as Rio. Some 250 miles to the south and slightly inland, this concrete jungle is the commercial centre of Brazil. Amidst the hustle and bustle, football though is still king, and all roads lead to the for the opening of the FIFA Club World Championship. Not many people had managed to make the journey. It was largely an empty arena that greeted Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, as expected. It'll be laid across to that far side. He might. Stroked away to the left of Casillas, and it's 1-1. Well, this searing heat apparently not troubling the players. They've been here to acclimatise for several days, and they've certainly provided us with an excellent. Well, the ricochet off Karambur to release Anelka. Jeremy coming up on the right, and a lovely slide rule ball from Anelka. On goes Jeremy, and the cross ball. Oh, he's in trouble here, and the ball run over the line. Say that goes down as an own goal from Kohali. Jeremy's cross didn't appear to pose any threat whatsoever to the goalkeeper, who had all sorts of options, and all he's done is put it on a plate for Raul. Pace has unhinged Al Nassr once again here. Little touch from Anelka, who's got a glorious opportunity. Down he goes, and we've got another penalty in the game. Referee Ruth Acosta, no hesitation whatsoever, and it's turning into a nightmare for goal. Will be Savio. And if he stretches Real into a 3-1 lead, it's game, set and match. And 3-1 it is. Kohali getting his fingertips to the ball, but it's into the roof of the net. Little touch on from Redondo. Anelka, it's a lovely ball to re-find Anelka, and the goalkeeper redeems himself, partly anyway, with the save. They've got one goal, and they've Casillas, the substitute Mahalel, struck it well, and this time he's not sure, and Roberto Carlos keeps it out on the line. In fact, questions as to whether the ball had crossed the line there. Roberto Carlos stationed just inside the upright, just about keep. And that is the final whistle. A predictable result, but Al Nassr have certainly played their part in a good contest, but Real Madrid take the points. They win 3-1.
At the Morumbi Stadium are firmly behind Corinthians as they play Raja Casablanca. Luizao tucks it in from close range. Corinthians have won this game by 2-0, but should it have only been 1-0? Corinthians clear the ball away spectacularly and have everyone back behind the ball. Here is Roberto Carlos, and it's in! It's Nicolas Anelka with his second competitive goal for Real Madrid and his second goal here at the Club World Championship. Corinthians sweeping the ball nicely. Luizo in the area. Adilson, and he's levelled it. Adilson is the target. Not got too many options open ahead of him. Adilson may decide to go all the way. Oh, that's fantastic! Now Real have the chance to break forward. The flag stays down. Nicolas Anelka will round the goalkeeper and will make it 2-2. And Vicente Del Bosque's team have been stopped by Dida.
Well, considerable pride at stake here as Raja Casablanca and Al Nassr come face to face. Al Nassr in the yellow, Casablanca in green. The first to show here is Al Nassr, and a promising looking move, and the shot coming in has gone through. Oh, it's a terrible mistake by Shadili, and a goal scored by Al Amin after 3 minutes. What a start for Al Nassr. No real potency in the shot, and that's a horrid mistake. Well, that looks like a foul to me, and it looks like a foul as well to the referee. Against Real Madrid, trying to organise those in front of him. And the free kick whipped in, and it's gone in, and it has to go down as an own goal by Al Husseini. The man who scored his team's goal in the last game has put to his own goal this time. Sliced off his boot beneath Kohali, and it's all square again. Well, no lack of excitement down on the pitch, and here's an opportunity, and there it's tucked away beautifully by Ahmed Baha. And 63 minutes played, and Al Nassr regain the lead. He's a tall, rangy fellow, there's no question about the offside trap. He broke it and he clipped it in past the keeper delightfully. Well, there's some big strong man, and he's broken the offside trap again as Baha. He could be on for his second goal here, squares the ball, and it was so simple for Fahad Al Husseini, who's on the score sheet for the second time, but this time he's put the ball in the right net. And the Casablanca goalkeeper Shadili had no chance whatsoever. Once Ahmed Bashar was away, squares it there, and it's a tap in for Al Husseini. Some nice little build-up play in the centre of midfield by Raja Casablanca. We'll still feel they're in this game. Maybe the opportunity to pull one back here, and pull one back they do. It was a simple header for El Moubaki in the end. The cross is perfect for him, and he rises between static defenders and plants it in. Well, a surfeit of goals in the game. And here's a long-range shot, which, oh, it's gone in! That should not have been a problem, but El Kakori has brought Raja Casablanca level. It's 3-3, and what a comeback by Raja Casablanca, but Al Dossari, the substitute goalkeeper, really must shoulder the blame for that mistake. Just 4 minutes to play, a corner for Al Nassr, and Musa Saeed, the former Tottenham Hotspur player, rising for the header. It crashes down, and off the underside of the bar, he may well have won the game for Al Nassr. Saeed with the header, and off the bar from the defender, but it's all over, and Al Nassr have defeated Raja Casablanca 4-3. In a high-scoring group, the one certainty was there were plenty of goals to come.
Plenty of green shirts forward for Raja Casablanca. That's a firm header, and that's a goal. It's played. And a shock lead. Youssef Hachemi with the firm header from the corner. It flew into the net. Daudia. The cross planted back into the area. And a firm header.
And Al Nassr could well provide formidable opposition here to Corinthians. They've shown themselves to be formidable, a side capable of scoring goals, but obviously the majority of support is with the Brazilians. Ahmed Baja, oh, it's a fine stop by Dida, and Baja cannot believe it, that's a top quality save. Adilson away, showing his pace yet again, he really is a handful. Adilson, the ball inside for Ricardinho, and Ricardinho with the goal. Well, whether that has to go down as goalkeeping error by Kohali or not, we shall see on the replay. Well enough struck by Ricardinho. 24 minutes gone as he took the ball in his stride. There was some swerve on it which confused Kohali. Along the ball this time. And across here for Luizão. And Luizão puts it into the net, but that is not going to count. The referee, Dick Joel, ruling this one out. I can only assume for offside, yes. The first player, not the second one, not Luizão, was off. Daniel, little touch from him. Working away nicely. Daniel's won it back again, and there might be a good chance here for Luizão. Oh, he's dragged it right across goal. Disappointing miss, that one. Well, it's a clear ploy to get the ball down to this right-hand touchline where all the problems are coming for Al Nassr. Oh, he's over the top again, and they really are spurning some golden opportunities here. Daniel figuring prominently once more. Teasing. And still teasing. And the ball nicked away from him, and Daniel might well be in trouble here with the Dutch referee. He certainly dived in. Now remember, he was booked earlier in the game, and Daniel may well plead his innocence. It may not be enough. This is going to be a second yellow card. He's still pleading his innocence, but the referee shows one yellow, two yellows, and I don't think he's even realised yet. Daniel has to go. He doesn't want to go, but that's two yellow cards which add up to one red. And even his colleagues are telling him to go. Well, they might well have had more than the one goal they've scored. Touch through here. This is Luizão. Coming up on the outside is Rincon, and that's two. And Freddie Rincon has surely got the goal now that will take Corinthians through. They needed to win by 2 goals. They've got two, and it's the Colombian who scores it. And another opening here. Luizão has been battling away valiantly, and there must be a free kick. Well, the challenge on Luizão. It doesn't matter how much they protest to him. Kohali trying to organise those in front of him. It'll be Marcelinho. Oh, good try. But they're perhaps going to have to settle for 2-0 as Marcelinho hits the crossbar.
Corinthians' late second goal meant they topped the group on goal difference from Real Madrid. Al Nassr's victory over Raja Casablanca gave the Saudis third.
But before the final came the match to decide third place, with the 2 group runners-up coming head-to-head. Real Madrid in their change strip of all black, taking on Necaxa in the more familiar red and white stripes.
Raul. This is McManaman. Real making good progress. Morientes. Raul! And Real take the lead. Quarter of an hour gone, the Spanish side in front. Delgado on the break, clear. Can he level it? He can! Necaxa equalise. Agustin Delgado just before the hour mark. And he took his goal with some style, keeping his composure to hit that low shot in. Vasquez. 1-1. Both spot kicks so far successful. Helguera. 2-1 to Real Madrid. Cabrera, he's hit the bar. And the advantage goes Real Madrid's way. Steve McManaman now has the chance to put Real further ahead, but he's blasted wide. It remains 2-1 to Real Madrid. Up against Bizzari to make it 3-3. Both sides have missed just the one.
FIFA President Sepp Blatter presented Necaxa with their medals for finishing third, before everyone settled back for the final of the inaugural FIFA Club World Championship between the 2 Brazilian teams, Corinthians and Vasco da Gama.
The 2 sets of fans competed to make the biggest show of support. from flag waving to chanting. The Corinthians faithful made up for being outnumbered by raising the volume level. Inevitably, with a highly charged atmosphere, there were those intent on provocation. It caused some trouble before, during and after the game. But the majority of the huge crowd were there simply to watch the match. And for them, the main event was just about to happen.
And this is what it has all been about, the first final of the Club World Championship, and two giants of Brazilian football, Corinthians and Vasco da Gama, coming face to face in front of 73,000 highly excitable spectators in the Maracanã. A truly wonderful atmosphere. Long ball here for Edilson. He whips it across the face. That's a neat turn. And Romario going on, and a little tuck back inside. There might be an opening here. Corinthians 0, Vasco da Gama 0. And that means always vital to get the first one in, and get it in he does. So it's Romario against Dida. Oh, he got 1-1. Whose nerve will crack first? Not Francisco. It's Alex this time, and it's tough. Nobody's missed us yet. There. Gilberto saved, but it's so now Edu scores, and he's made it. This to clinch it for Corinthians. Oh, he saved it! Struck it too straight. Edmundo against Dida. Oh, he's missed! Edmundo, of all people, fires wide of the left-hand upright. Corinthians are the first Club World Champions. So all the joy is with the Corinthian supporters. Vasco da Gama's players and fans in despair. We look at the joyful Corinthians players. 2 Brazilian championships, and now the Club World Champions as well. Moments to savour, but you feel so desperately sad for those who missed. He doesn't care. And look at the scenes here in the Maracanã. Extraordinary scenes as Corinthians celebrate. 8 teams came here, but it is Freddie Rincon, the captain of Corinthians, the president of FIFA. Edilson there, what an outstanding success he has been. And this inaugural Club World Championship will live long in the memories for those who have been here, all the competing teams, but especially for these players. And to beat their Brazilian rivals Vasco da Gama made it extra special for them. And just look at the smiles. Freddie Rincon, the captain of Corinthians, and they are the champions here in Brazil. And this will be a night that will live long in the memories for all those who are privileged to be here. And we all salute the first champions, Corinthians.